ISUPK.
All I'm going to tell you, man, if you want to stay plugged in and tuned in, make sure you subscribe to ISUPK on YouTube. A lot of powerful information will be coming out this summer, and you want to stay tuned in. The minute they drop it, it's coming right to you, baby, as soon as you subscribe. So make sure you handle that business and subscribe to your ISUPK.
Matthew chapter 25 verse 40. And the king shall answer and say to them, Verily I say unto you, inasmuch as ye have done it unto one of the least of these of my brethren, ye have done it unto me. Inasmuch as you have done it to the least of my brethren. Right here, this is giving you, instilling in you, do not throw shade even to the least amount of brothers. Some brother you think is down and out, nobody cares about him. Even him, you must uphold these statutes of brotherhood and treating him with respect. Don't steal from your brother, okay? Don't sell your brother drugs. Certainly don't murder your brother. Don't lie on your brother. We're going to get into that with this story. Read that. Keep going on that. Verse 35. By this shall all men know that ye are my disciples, if ye have love one to another. By this, it is very easy to tell if somebody is a disciple of Christ, if you love one another. Okay? So, what another takeaway we could tell from this junior story, Lesandro, Guzman, Feliz, is those 6 brothers who murdered him, they are not a disciple of Christ. Okay? They are, you know, they're swept up in the world. We are destroyed. But when you have priests and prophets like us coming out on the streets and giving you the opportunity to become right, then there's no more excuses, okay? And that's why time is running out for us. All right, read that one more time from the top. Verse 35. By this shall all men know that ye are my disciples, if ye have love one to another. All right, if you love one another, then you are a disciple of Christ, okay? And I don't know what denomination the sister, you know, claims, Christian or Baptist, whatnot, or the uncle, but, you know, in black communities, it's a safe bet that they go to a particular church, and they will tell you they believe in God. They will tell you they believe in Jesus. But the sister lied on the brother, okay? So she's not showing brotherhood. She's not showing sisterhood, all right? Her lie resulted in the death of that brother. If she would not have lied, or like I suggested, if she just kept her mouth shut because she's the one that agreed to this act, then that brother's life would have been saved. An innocent brother. Let me stress that. This brother did nothing wrong. His only crime was knowing the sister who agreed to be a whore with her boyfriend and then lied on him that he was the perpetrator, that filmed it, okay, when that was not the case, okay? So her lying proves she was not a disciple of Christ. That's why that brother had to die. Here's another one. The uncle, after hearing the lie, decides, hey, I'm gonna get my revenge from my daughter, from my family. I mean, it's understandable your emotions run high, and when your leadership fails you, and it'll give you a means to settle disputes, and you can't go to the police, you take matters into your own hands, okay? And that's a product of the white man, the goddamn devil the Bible speaks of, because he's sitting in our communities, so we can't help ourselves and we're led astray, all right? So his choice to want to commit murder proves that he was not a disciple of Christ. No matter what church he went to, or what God he claimed, Allah or Buddha or whoever, it is even taking it off religion. We can all agree that murder is wrong. So whatever principles this brother claimed to live his life by, he broke every single one of them the moment he decided to conspire to kill this brother. And if he would have had brotherhood, and decided to settle that matter in a different way, Junior's life would have been saved.
Luke chapter 6 verse 31. And as he would that men should do to you, do ye also to them likewise.
There it is. As ye wish men do to you, do unto them, okay? Now this brother is far too young. We're talking about 15-year-old boys, okay? So we can't expect them to have the wisdom of you know, the elders, of us people who have been on this earth a long time. But had he had the guidance, had he had the instructions since a boy, maybe somebody told him, hey, you know, it's not a good idea to, you know, share your women with your brother. It's not a good idea to, you know, let your lust consume you to the point that, you know, this brother is probably so enthralled in pornography that he couldn't wait to make his own. You know what I'm saying? He's on the computer all day, every day. He's like, I'm gonna make my own. I just have this sick, lustful fantasy of one day starring in my own porno, and that's what he went in to do. He fulfilled his lust, shared the woman, shared his girlfriend, or his wife, because in the Bible it'll teach you the moment you lay and sleep with a woman, that becomes your wife. So he did his wife dirty sharing with another man. No, we're not about that in UPK, okay? Read what you got.
John chapter 15 verse 12. This is my commandment, that ye love one another as I have loved you.
That you love one another as I have loved you. Okay? I already broke it down earlier. Christ, he died for us, all right? He died for our sins. He spared us. All of us are worthy of death, even every brother on here you see on the stage. But the difference is, when we realized we were worthy of death, we decided to take a new path in life, okay? And we put sin behind us. We put our lustful ways behind us. We stopped doing drugs, selling drugs, okay? We stopped, you know, we enacted the principles of brotherhood, which I'm trying to get to you at. Read that one more time.
John chapter 15 verse 12. This is my commandment, that ye love one another as I have loved you.
Keep going.
Verse 13. Greater love had no man than this, that a man lay down his life for his friends.
There's no greater love than if you were to lay your life down for your friends, okay? So if that sister had integrity, I mean, the uncle wouldn't have killed her. This is family we're talking here. But that uncle was very upset that he, you know, found his little baby sweet girl losing her innocence on the internet. But she could have, you know, taken the beating, refused to tell, laid down her life, so to speak. He wouldn't have killed her, but she would have spared that brother, She would have spared that brother, okay? It is no greater gift to lay your life down for a brother. And if anybody in the story was taught this brother, innocent brother Junior, would be still alive, okay?
John chapter 13, verse 34. A new commandment I give unto you, that ye love one another.
A new commandment, okay? There's a lot of, everyone gets confused about the New Testament. They say it does away with the old, and all you need to do is like this one and like 4 other times where Jesus, who the world calls Jesus, we call him Yahushua in the Hebrew. Every time he says, I have a command for you, Christians like to say, that's it. Yep, that's all we have to do. Nothing else. But that's not true. But this is an important lesson he's about to teach them. Let's hear what that is.
As I have loved you, that ye also love one another.
Jesus has given us a commandment. As he has shown us love, he wants us to love one another. And love, we can define for you biblically, means to keep the law, statute, commandments of the Most High. Okay? And here's an example in the scriptures of how Christ showed us love. When the people brought the adulterer, she deserved to be put to death. He showed her love. He said, go and sin no more. Okay? Okay, he gave her a second chance. That's what brotherhood and sisterhood is. When you give your brother the opportunity to make up, to make amends, give him a chance, a second chance to go and sin no more. Okay, let's read. Why? Because why? What should you do when your brother sins against you? Why? How many times should I forgive him? Let's hear it.
Matthew chapter 18, verse 22. Jesus said unto him, I say not unto thee until 7 times, but until 70 times 7.
Peter asked Christ, okay, how many times should I forgive my brother? 7 times? He put a porno video on me on Facebook. 7 times, Lord. Can I kill him now? 7 times. Jesus said, I tell you 7 upon 70 times. Read that.
Verse 22. Jesus said unto him, I say not unto thee until 7 times, but until 70 times 7.
70 times 7, all right? And that seems a little extreme. I don't know. You know, most of us are going to pop off, get hot around the collar over the 1 time. But that's what brotherhood is, okay? It's trying to teach us that if there's a potential for your brother to change his ways, you have a duty, scripturally, to give your brother that chance to turn from his wicked ways, okay? Because we are in the last days, all right? And that's what the New Testament is about. We have a chance to redeem ourselves. But when Christ comes back, if you're caught in the act, you're going to receive the judgment. Along with Esau, along with Ishmael, along with the rest of the nations, the Africans, the Hamites, who participated in the slave trade, you will be judged accordingly just like them if you don't turn from your ways. The white man, he has set all kinds of traps for you in America. And you will fall for them if you do not pick up the wisdom of God. You will be destroyed, okay? Like this brother. Okay, Junior, for all we know, maybe the Lord wanted Junior to die. We don't know that, but he was innocent in the situation, so you have to ask yourself, why did he have to die? It could just as well likely be so that we can all look at the story and be like, man, why didn't not one of those scenarios I pointed out, why didn't it go a different way? Why didn't she say, I don't want to have an orgy? Why didn't that brother say, maybe it's not a good idea to post it online? Why didn't that uncle say, maybe it's not a good idea to involve a couple of bloodthirsty killers, you know, to tell him, hey, I'm really pissed at this kid, go do something about it. Okay, maybe it wasn't a good idea for the girl to lie, to protect the guy. You know, maybe she should have said nothing. That's what I say, and then everyone would be saved. Maybe the bodega worker should have, you know, chose to hide and help this brother, called the police. They made this brother after he got stabbed. I mean, I've heard they tried to call the police, but they weren't coming, whatnot, whatever have you. This brother ended up running blocks, tens of blocks to the hospital, bleeding to death. Okay, when he finally got there, he collapsed and died on the front of that hospital. And this is a sad story. This could have happened to any one of us, okay? Any one of us up here, if we chose to turn away from God, this could happen to us. That's also what the story could show. You got a completely random set of events, somebody not even involved in what transpired, and he died, okay? And it could have just as likely been you.